And tonight, this is day 2 of your 7-day fast track. This is the last live planned webinar for the week, but you're going to have your morning posts that has a video of me showing you how to utilize your tools on the website and giving you a little assignment that if you'll dive in and do that assignment, it will help you learn how to do this program better and become even more familiar with it. I may decide to do an impromptu Zoom this week showing you different things I like from our Shibboleth store website, because I've been getting a lot of questions about that this week, and I'm excited to tell you what I like in the store, because there's a lot of good stuff in the store. So I'm going to do that, but that would be impromptu. I've got something to do tomorrow night. Wednesday night, if you are near the Marietta Country Club, we have a Shibboleth meeting then, and then yeah, I could probably do Thursday night for that. And then I get to go to Birmingham and do the Shibby Show in Birmingham and show people how the secrets of weight loss there, which we're excited about. Okay, so today I am going to share my screen with you, and please type in if you can see my screen. Those of you that are in the Zoom room, please let me know if you can see my screen. Because I've lost my chat. I don't know where it went. There we go. Okay, awesome. Tracy, you can see it. Those of you that are on Facebook, can you see the screen? Hey, Gina and Kathy. It looks like you can see the screen. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to go over this. Now, basically, there's a lot of different options that you can do in Shibboleth, but what we're going to talk about tonight is just simple food combining. We're going to familiarize ourselves with some of the foods that are included in these categories, but I don't want you to think that this is the full list of foods. It's not. There is a huge food library that you're going to want to familiarize yourself with, and one of the assignments that I give this week is to create your own personal list of your favorite lean proteins and your favorite fibrous carbs so that you can make some super duper fast fat burning meals. So we're going to have a look right here. We've got a category 1. Now what I'm going to do is every time we come to a new category, I'm going to read the items that are in that list, but when we use that category again on a different row, I will not reread the things we've already read, okay? I'll just read the new things. But category 1, lean protein. It says you can have 2 to 8 ounces. Ladies, we should probably have 2 to 6. A man could probably go up to 8, but 2 to 8 ounces is a good gauge for that. I honestly don't even ever measure anything. I just put it underneath my hands using the 2-hand rule, and if it fits under there, that's just what I do. So I don't weigh it or anything. But you can if you wanted to, and that would be the suggested amount. So we've got egg whites. All your fish is in this category. Chicken breast, turkey breast, pork tenderloin, boar's head turkey, boar's head chicken breast, boar's head London broil, low-fat cottage cheese, fat-free cottage cheese, Greek plain yogurt, Hebrew National 97% lean beef frank, 1 link of those, and then 96% lean ground beef. So those are all some suggestions in the category 1 lean protein. And then you've got a flame here with a plus sign. This just means you can put these 2 together. Honestly, this one is super duper easy. If you were watching the webinar last night, you know that I said you could eat a category 1 by itself. This is a way that you would eat it by itself. You could then cook it in one of our approved cooking oils. Our highly suggested #1 suggestion for a cooking oil is the 100% MCT oil. We like the Zero Drag brand. You can buy that from the Shibboleth store, but actually anything that says 100% MCT can be used, but I just like for y'all to use the store. Then we've got coconut oil, which is 60% MCTs, ghee butter, which is a clarified butter, hemp oil, or 0-calorie cooking spray. It could be PAM or any other version of 0-calorie cooking spray. And then you've got a little flame here with your plus sign. And this is just saying that you could add some condiments to it to make your chicken taste really good. So we've got any 0-calorie condiment, 15 calories or less spices and seasonings, salt and pepper, 15 calorie or less coffee creamers, salsa, reduced sugar ketchup, mustard, hot sauce, and Kraft fat-free mayo. So those are some condiments that you can use. We have a rule for condiments. It is the 5, 2, and few rule. So we do have in our food library a link called condiments. So you could look at that link and you could go in there and you could heart all the little things that you like. That puts all of the things you like into your personal food library in your journal. But if you don't go through and look at that, let's say that you picked something up at the grocery store, you looked it up in the app, but you didn't see it in the app. But you think, you know what, I'm going to follow the rule. I'm going to see if this will work if I follow the rule. You're going to look at the nutrition label. If the nutrition label says that it has 5 grams of sugar or less per serving, and it has 2 grams of fat or less per serving, and you're not going to use more than a total of 50 calories on that meal of condiments, then you could use that as a condiment. So it doesn't have to be in the food library to qualify. As long as it meets the rule, it qualifies. But if you want to specifically add something to the food library, feel free to take a picture of the front of the item and the nutrition label, and you could put it in the Shibboleth Fixed It group. Kim Shibboleth will have a look at that, and she can add it to the food library. But we call that the 5, 2, and few rule. The way that you can remember that is the word sugar has 5 letters. So we are looking for 5 grams of sugar or less per serving, 2 grams of fat or less per serving, and don't use more than 50 calories total of all your condiments on a meal. That is how you pull your condiments together. Let's go back right here real quick because I didn't talk about this, but on your cooking oil, let's just say you're using 100% MCT oil. Then you would use 1 tablespoon as you're serving if you are cooking 1 piece of chicken. Let's say that you're cooking 4 pieces of chicken for the family, you could use 4 tablespoons. We do use these cooking oils for the purpose of cooking. We don't just take them as a supplement or make bulletproof coffee with them. Okay, so we can have category 1 cooked in an approved oil with some condiments, and you can have that for a meal. So let's look at this next row here. The only new column that I am going to read is this category 2 fibrous carbs, so that we can start familiarizing ourselves with what goes in that category. Do you know there are a lot of vegetables in the category 2 and category 3 categories, but they react differently in our body, so you need to start learning which ones are in the 2 that are better and which ones are in the 3 that we have to eat very carefully. So that's why I read over these. You can use a 1/2 cup up to 1 cup. You are still going to portion control, and a 1/2 cup may be best for weight loss, where you could do a cup in maintenance, but you are still portion controlling. Both in weight loss and in maintenance, you still portion control. Okay, so we've got broccoli, asparagus, squash, that's all squash, okra, green leafy vegetables, spinach, cabbage, cucumbers, bell peppers, hot peppers, cauliflower, kraut, dill pickles. So this combination right here, a category 1 lean protein, a category 2 fibrous carb, cooked in MCT oil, using some condiments if you'd like them, that is the fastest fat-burning meal that you can make, as well as a category 7 plus 2 cooked in MCT oil. Because the category 7, which is shellfish, is actually just a lean protein. It's just been pulled off because for biblical reasons, some people do not want to eat shellfish, and some people, like my husband, are allergic to shellfish. So we just pulled that off. But category 1 and 7 are the exact same thing. They are a lean protein. But this is your fastest fat burning combination cooked in the 100% MCT oil. So that's why you've got these pluses and these flames here. So we're going to scroll up a little bit more. And the new column here is hemp heart flakes. So you could do your lean protein. You could use hemp hearts, hemp flakes, very sweet hemp flakes, hemp protein powder, and hemp oil. Use your approved oil with some condiments, and that is an excellent fat burning combination. And then we're going to scroll down a little bit more. The only thing that changed in this column is this category 7 shellfish. Again, you can have 2 to 8 ounces of that lean protein. And we've got some items in there, might be crab, lobster, shrimp, scallops, oysters, mussels, and clams. And then you could use your hemp heart flakes, your hemp hearts, your hemp flakes, and all of those kind of things. Put all that together and you would have excellent fat burning meal. Now, as we scroll down a little bit more, you'll notice that it's still got a plus sign. So you're putting these together, but the flame went away. So the flame going away just means that it's not as good for efficient fat burning. It's not your fastest fat burning meal. Well, that sort of makes sense because this is a protein plus fat. So you're giving your body a little bit of fat, so it's going to take away a little bit of that. But we are eating this in the proper combination, so it's still an excellent fat burning meal. It's just not the one that's going to blowtorch fat like you're blowtorching butter. But let's look at this. Category 4, protein plus fat. You'll notice it says 2 to 6 ounces. That's a little bit less ounces there because there are more calories in fat than there are in protein. And so there's a little bit more calories in here. So we would eat just a little bit less. Your whole eggs are in there, all cuts of steak, pork ribs, beef ribs, turkey spam, pulled pork, beef brisket, 93% lean up to 95.9% lean ground meat, and turkey kielbasa as long as no more than 50% of the calories are coming from fat. Now, you can eat a category 4 by itself if you needed to. I just say in a pinch. Okay, so if you woke up in the morning and all you had was some eggs, make yourself some scrambled eggs and then go to the grocery store and get that. That would still be an okay meal to have. But optimally, you would pair it with a category 2 fibrous carb, and that's what we have right here. You can put those two together and you can condiment it up and make it taste great, and there you go. You've got a very delicious meal that is helping you access unwanted body fat. We're going to scroll down a little bit more. And actually, what I'm going to do right now is I want to touch on the fact that what you don't want to pair a category 4 with, you don't want to eat a category 4, which is a protein plus fat, with a category 3 energy carb, category 5 fruit, or category 6 superfoods. But you can eat it by itself. The best way is to put it with a category 2. And if you wanted some surf and turf, you could have some steak and lobster. You're still going to portion control, okay? But you could have the 2 flavors in your mouth and enjoy those. You can do that. But you don't pair a category 4 with anything that's going to bring more of an insulin release, because you don't want the fat that's in the protein plus fat to be stored. Now let's look at this one. So category 6, superfood. Some of those are pintos, black beans, red beans, soybeans, peanut butter, nuts, and seeds. Now, those can be eaten by themselves if you want to. You can doctor it up with some condiments, and that is a great fat burning meal. You can also eat this category 6 with a category 2. So you've got your superfood. Maybe you want to do some beans and some leafy greens. You doctor that up and you've got beans and greens, which is really good, really, really good. You just don't pair your category 6 with your energy carbs, your protein plus fat, or your fruit. So now we're going to come back here and we are kind of revisiting the same exact row that was the protein plus, the lean protein, the category 1. This is your shellfish. This is just showing you that you could eat shellfish by itself, cooked in the approved oil with some condiments if you would like, and that would be an excellent fat burning meal. And then this one, it just shows you, you can put your shellfish with your fibrous carbs, cooked in the proper oil with some condiments. This one is showing you what we're adding on. This one is a category 3 complex carb. Now, if you'll notice, this with the flame in there is for excellent fat burning. This has got your plus sign, so you would eat them together, but it doesn't have the flame behind it, so it's not the absolute best for efficient fat burning. So the new thing in this row is this column right here, the category 3, energy carb, and you can have a quarter of a cup up to half a cup. I would do probably a quarter cup in weight loss. So all your potatoes are in this category, your oatmeal, steel cut oats or weight control oatmeal, long grain, brown rice, quinoa, lima beans. Actually, all of your light colored beans are there, except for garbanzo beans. They made it into the superfood category because they have all the macronutrients in them. And see, that's kind of like the little nuances that you would just have to learn. So what I encourage people to do is write down the foods that you like to eat, look them up in the food library, and then write down what category they are, and then you'll know I need to look at the advanced combination chart and see how to pair this. Peas, all your peas are in this category. Tomatoes, onions, carrots, whole wheat pasta, and whole grain pasta. And just to let you know, talking about this pasta, I don't buy anything that's not approved. So I would need to see it in the food library before I go and buy it and bring it to my home. So right here, this is very important for you to know. This category 3 energy carb right here, if you eat it by itself, that is a holiday. That's a holiday. But let's just say that you don't want a holiday, but you want some lima beans. Okay, have about a quarter cup of lima beans. You must pair it with a category 1 lean protein and a category 2 fibrous carb. See, what's happening is you're allowing the protein in the lean protein and the fiber in the fibrous carb to negate the insulin release that's coming from this energy carb. Because a little bit of an insulin release is going to come from this, but you're using food like your medicine. You're going to have the protein in your lean protein and the fiber in the fibrous carb negate the insulin release from the category 3. So that's how you would eat a category 3. Then we're going to scroll up a little bit more and we're going to talk about fruit. Now, here's the thing about fruit. Fruit is very, very good for you. You may see on some of our documents fruit called an antioxidant carb. The reason it's called an antioxidant carb is antioxidants are good for you. Antioxidants go around and pick up free radicals in our body, and free radicals damage our cells. So fruit's good for you. But most people who start Shibboleth are attempting to lose some weight. And you just have to treat fruit a little bit differently when you are in weight loss. Once you get into maintenance, you may have a serving of fruit or a piece of fruit by itself as a snack. But in weight loss, you can still have your fruit. It's just that it must be eaten with a category 1 lean protein and a category 2 fibrous carb. Because a little bit of an insulin release is going to come from the fruit, but you're allowing the protein and the lean protein and the fiber and the fibrous carb to negate the insulin release that comes from that fruit. So let's just read some fruit right here. Berries, apples, oranges, grapefruit, plums, grapes, bananas, peaches, pineapple, kiwi. Actually, all fruits in that category, just all fruit. So those are some combinations that you can do to help you get started this week. I truly believe that if you get started this week, you can lose 7 pounds in 7 days. I believe you can do that if you jump in, put the whole Shibboleth shield together, get yourself into efficient fat burning. It takes 2 days to get into efficient fat burning. Your third perfect day is your first day in EFB, and then string about 4 EFB days together, and I think you'll have 7 pounds gone if you're just now getting started. Then just still string those EFB days together, and you're going to have super duper success. Okay, so we are going to scroll down just a little bit more and look at some other things. So in Shibboleth, we do not exclude any macronutrients. All the macronutrients are available in Shibboleth. We have to pick the right ones, but they're all available. And And actually, you can eat anything that you want to on Shibboleth. It just depends on whether you eat it on a holiday or a perfect day. But we're talking about perfect days. So we're going to look at these breads. Now, of course, the less bread is best, but we have over 60 approved breads or bread type items in the category 2 fibrous carb category. I personally would never, ever, ever even buy another category 3 energy carb bread. Why do I need that at home? There are loaf breads, there are pita breads, there are lavish breads, there's tortillas, all kinds of breads. There's all kinds of breads. Oh, hot dog and hamburger buns, all of those, they are in the category 2 fibrous carb category. You just have to find the right one, and then that's what you buy. You just switch over to a different product. But let's read some things we've got right here. We've got La Tortilla Factory 50-calorie tortillas, Olay Extreme Wellness high fiber tortilla, Healthy Life bread, Nature's Own double fiber wheat bread, Brand Crisp bread, which is sold at the Shibboleth store, Healthy Life hot dog buns, those Thomas Light 100-calorie English muffins. And the bread that I'm kind of enjoying right now is the Sara Lee 45-calorie delightful, and I like the multigrain one. It's so tasty. So you can, there are category 2 breads on Shibboleth. Some approved sweeteners are stevia, Splenda, monk fruit, xylitol. I prefer xylitol when I'm sweetening things. And to answer the artificial sweetener question with Splenda, just to let you know, we don't promote Splenda, but what we do is we meet every single person starting this journey where they are. And so we tell you everything that is approved, and you have to decide what you choose to use. Then we have approved beverages. Obviously, we're going to our water first because water is the #1 thing in the Shibboleth Shield, and we need to get in at least 64 ounces to call it a perfect day. But if you are getting in 128 ounces, which is a gallon, you are having great success metabolizing fat, flushing out toxins, and keeping your body hydrated, because a dehydrated body just does not give up fat and waste very efficiently. You could have any 0-calorie beverages. You could have unsweet or approved tea and coffee, but only with approved sweeteners. But water is first. And then if you look over here, it says cheese, and you can have a condiment amount, and there's a mistake right there. It says 100 calories, but it's 50. Okay, that's a typo. 50, because you can follow the condiment rule, no more than 50 calories total for your condiments. But some suggestions are fat-free feta cheese, Kraft fat-free cheese, Borden fat-free cheese, Cabot extra light cheese, Laura Lynn fat-free cheese, Kroger brand fat-free cheese, Lifetime fat-free cheese. So out of the fat-free slices, I prefer the Borden. They are just delicious. I don't know what they do to make it taste so good, but it tastes better than the others to me. And I really enjoy that Cabot extra light cheese. It's a block cheese, and it's just got a really good flavor to it. And just to let y'all know, I just found several different types of fat-free cheese at the Publix. If you're in Kennesaw, the Publix at 41 and Giles, they had the Kraft fat-free cheese, they had Kraft mozzarella fat-free cheese, they had the Borden fat-free cheese, they had the Cabot light extra cheese, extra light cheese. They had all kinds of cheese. So if you need that, Kroger at 41 and Giles had a bunch of it. And then Travis really likes the Lifetime fat-free cheese, and so that is another good suggestion. Then for milks, lean proteins, you can have 8 up to 16 ounces. If you are using the milk as a part of your meal, then you will use about 8 ounces of that. But if you were drinking that milk just as your meal, you would have about 16 ounces of that, okay? Fat-free Fairlife milk, Kroger Carb Master milk, hemp milk, you can do those. Now, that Kroger Carb Master milk, if you were in a state where there are Krogers, they have original flavor, they have vanilla, and they have chocolate. I do the vanilla and chocolate so that I can get those yummy flavors, which is really great. And oftentimes, you'll use those milks to make a snack turn into a meal replacement, because sometimes the snacks don't have enough protein in them, but if you add the protein in the milk to it, it makes it a full meal replacement. and I make my life very easy. I measure the milk in a measuring cup and I drink it out of the measuring cup. That way I know I've got my 8 ounces and I just drink it out of the measuring cup. And then some breadings and flours that we could use: coconut flour, Carb Quick flour, Bob's TVP, almond flour. Now, I like those because they kind of give you that little yummy coating or flavor, but the Carb Quick is considered a category 2 fibrous carb. I've made cheddar biscuits, garlic cheddar biscuits with that, and had that as my category 2 side before. It was delicious. I'm going to give you a tip. Whatever you do, do not use the recipes on the box. Make sure that you use a recipe from the recipe library, because ones on the box may not meet the Shibboleth qualifications in other ways. So you're going to utilize the ones from the recipe library. Some beginning cereals you might go to would be Kashi Go Lean Original, Kay's Natural Cereal, High-Low Nutritious Living. We just got a ton of Kay's cereal in at the Shibboleth store in Cartersville if you happen to be near there and want to try any of those things. And then we've got some other condiments listed there that I'm not going to read over because I don't need to. Okay, then we're going to look at restaurants. Now, I love Shibboleth because I can make food at home. I can do meal replacements when it's easy. I can choose recipes. I can pair together simple meals, and I can eat out at restaurants. What I highly suggest that you do is look at the restaurant guide and prepare yourself for what you're going to order before you go, if you have the opportunity to. So when you're playing around and trying to figure out what you would order at, let's just say, Chick-fil-A, look at your app before you go. Because sometimes when you are in line at a fast food restaurant, you feel the pressure to order fast. So just go ahead and know what you're going to order before you get there. So one of the things that you can order is 8 to 12 grilled chicken nuggets with a side salad. Use their light Italian dressing, and that's how you would order that. If you are willing to give up 4 nuggets to get fried nuggets, then you would order the 8 nuggets. And you can also have the sandwich, but no bun, with a side salad. So that's really great at Chick-fil-A. You can even do the spicy sandwich. These can be the fried ones too. And you could do the grilled one. And in the mornings, you could do their egg white grill. So those are all available, but you just look at your app and know how to order it before you get up to the person that's taking your order. If there are people in line behind you, let them go ahead of you if you don't know what to order. Make time to make a good decision for yourself, because you're doing this to improve your health. So let's look at Mexican restaurants. You can have a bowl of chicken soup, no rice, 3 soft chicken tacos, but use your own tortilla. If you'll find in our video library one of Jason's survival kit videos, I think you would appreciate that very, very much. So look up one of Jason's survival kit videos. Talks about all the kind of different things that you could put in your survival kit to make sure that you don't have an accidental holiday. Now, personally, I'm not going to have an accidental holiday because I'm just not going to order what I don't need to mess up my day. But if you think you need these things, then you need to watch that video. So there's a lot of other things you can have at Mexican restaurants too, but just familiarize yourself with the restaurant guide. McDonald's, you could have a quarter pounder on your own bread. At Wendy's, you could have a small chili over side salad. And keep in mind, Wendy's chili on a Shibboleth is considered a superfood because it's got the components that make up a superfood, but it's not all chili, because not all chili is made the same. But the way that Wendy's makes theirs works. What I love about this is, let's say that you had a perfect breakfast and you had a perfect lunch, and somehow you've picked your children up at the after-school program, and they are tired and they're cranky and they're stressing you out. Sometimes people, when they get stressed, don't make the best decisions. Well, if you don't have food prepared at home, you don't know what you're going to do, go through a fast food restaurant, drive through and order Shibboleth approved You can make it easy. Don't let a day that turns out to get stressed at the end, even though you've had perfect Shibboleth meals all day, get ruined at the last minute. Just pull in, make your life easy, get the food, get the kids home, and continue on with a perfect Shibboleth day. No excuses. So then at Burger King, you can have grilled chicken with a side salad. And this is just a small, tiny list. You want to familiarize yourself with all the places that you eat. And when you go into a sit-down restaurant, you have a lot more time to decide. But this specifically, I would familiarize myself with what is in my, what I want to order at the restaurants that I go to. You guys let me know if you have any questions at all. And while you're on here, I've got a few people in the Zoom room. If you guys want to see any part of the website right now, please let me know if you want to see that. I'm going to take a quick look at Facebook real quick to see who is on here. If you guys have any questions on Facebook, please let me know and I can answer those. I can also show you guys how to familiarize yourself with everything. So we got some new people on here. Hey, Amy and Elsie and Julie and Jason and Elaine. Hey there. Y'all, Jason is an amazing teacher. Please do his challenges. If you are looking for, you're like, I don't even know what to eat. Jason gives you all kinds of awesome choices. Just go do a challenge if you don't know what to eat. You're gonna have great results and a lot of fun. That's what's great about this program. It's practical, it's sustainable, and it's fun. And we are a community of people doing this together. Whatever you do, do not miss tomorrow morning's Shibboleth show. It's going to be a little, or should be show. It's going to be a little bit earlier than normal, but and you can watch it on replay if you need to. But it's going to be good. It's going to be about community. Hey, Amy, do you guys have any questions? Do you want me to show you anything else on the website? Otherwise, I'll let us hop off of here. I talked really quick tonight, But please do the posts that are going to show up in the new member fast track group each day, because this helps you learn the program. There's no lack of us attempting to train people. It's just that you have to learn it and start applying it for yourself. All right. Well, I don't see any questions, so I'm going to hop off. But I hope y'all have a great day, and thank you for Brenda and Catherine, and is it Paula? It says P. Pruitt. Thank you guys for joining me in the Zoom room too, along with Elizabeth, Tracy, and Carol. All right, bye.